Game one.
Hello, folks.
Time
we
in.
are here at
0-0.
the Vizzy Hard Seltzer Atlanta Open, presented by Acrytech Sport Services. We are joined in this match already in progress with Christine Barksdale and Matthew Gerber as your commentators. We have number 4 seed Lea Jansen playing number 5 seed Judit Castillo. All right, Matthew, we're going to see how this match is going. That was a nice finishing winner right there, backhand by Lea. What do you think we're going to see out here, Matthew?
I think this will be a pretty close match. The seeds are very close. Both players are very good at singles.
0-0.
So I expect to see a lot of drives, a lot of passing shots. Looks like Castillo just sends that long there for the first point of the match.
1-0.
We're sitting here courtside, so we're going to try and be a little quiet so we don't disturb the players. Finish that volley.
Yeah, you won't see as much dinking in singles. It's going to be a
3-0.
lot more passing shots and drives.
Side out.
I love what Judit Castillo did there was she had Lea hitting a couple backhands, made her switch sides of the paddle, had to move over, hit a forehand, which kind of forced the air.
4-2.
What we witnessed right there is, I had the chance to talk to Castillo before the match, and she was a soccer player. We really saw her footwork, her recovery, those little tiny steps and adjustments that, you build in soccer. She played that. It was really her main sport until she was like 12.
2-4.
Volley there from Jansen as the winner.
Little fire out of her. They were nice to sit courtside. We can hear some of the players' emotional responses, and she was excited.
Four-2. Side out.
A little bit of an unforced error. She lifted up, moving in.
2-4. Point.
I love how she opened the court. She
Timeout receiver.
pulled Lea off a little bit,
3-4.
opened it up. Didn't
1
have to
minute.
go for it. And looks like we are back with Castillo to serve
Time
3-4.
3-4. Point. Four. Side out.
Seems like I've seen a couple of errors on Judit's forehand side today, and I'm wondering if Lea is picking up on that.
Yeah, she sailed some of
4-4.
those returns long. And we will continue to see if Lea keeps going to that forehand. Unlucky break there for Jansen. She was going to that forehand.
Lucky break for Castillo.
I think so.
4-4.
Great shot.
It was a fun rally. I noticed Lea off the serve looked like she was gonna move in, stopped and changed her mind. I don't know if she didn't feel the return was deep enough or good enough, but it looks like she made the great choice.
Yeah, her return was a little short and a little high. I think she was really wanting to get up there, but decided to stay back to put herself at the advantage.
Point. Five, 4.
It's another beautiful ground stroke point. One thing I love watching the pros because their strokes are so concise. They don't take the paddle back very far. They catch the ball out front, and they're generating a ton of pace.
Point.
Wide there for Jansen. It's all squared at 5.
I would call that a forced error. I felt like Castillo's shot just dipped so nicely over the net that it forced Lea to try to do more than she wanted.
Yeah.
was pretty.
Great overhead from Jansen there as a winner.
That was a defensive lob, and sometimes you do what you got to do, but it's probably not going to always work out successfully.
Yes, lobs from the baseline.
Fight.
You don't want to see those in singles too often. Great shot there from Castillo. Kind of had that dipping pace to it, little kind of half hybrid drive and drop.
The 3/4 pace, I think it's a key shot to use. Too many players overhit.
Exactly, she didn't overdo it and push it wide. She just gave it enough pace to dip down into that kitchen.
She was going for it again.
She was.
The situation was she was that time behind the baseline. The other time she was down, leaning forward and moving in.
Feet were set. Feet were a little moving on that point. It's a little harder to hit on the move.
Much harder to hit. Lea forced it.
Fight.
One thing we mentioned earlier, I feel like Castillo's dialed in her forehand a little bit. She's hitting these really nice dipping shots, creating more opportunities for herself.
Fight.
Just sailed it wide a little bit.
Looks like the referee agreed. Really enjoying watching Castillo's footwork. She really just stays low.
That soccer
moves around
background
the court.
is giving her that advantage of being able to move her feet
It helps
and
a lot.
adjust on the fly.
Fight.
Saw again Castillo go after that forehand of Jansen. Jansen sends it just long.
Her new strategy or new confidence has definitely tied this match up at 5-all.
Fight.
She'll take that. Almost a perfect drive, dipping drive like you mentioned earlier, because there's just so much pressure being put on her.
It's tough to hit some of those deeper balls that Jansen's hitting, especially with a lot of top spin. It's causing those balls to fly up, a little trickier to hit. Beautiful drive there from Jansen.
That was an excellent choice of a shot. mostly because she had pushed Castillo deep
her
into
back.
that corner. Then nice little slice
Nice
dropper.
to the opposite kitchen corner.
8-6.
We do have
Great shot by
confirmation.
Jansen
The
there.
winner of this match goes on to play
9-6, 1
Annalie
minute.
Waters.
So I think she's just going to calm
Time
herself,
in.
maybe construct some points in her head just to see what she would like to see out of these next couple points to get the side out
I
and
think
get some
that's-
offense
That's a
going.
great call. She can make a plan. What's her new plan going to be in her head?
Side out.
Great use of a timeout there, got the side out she was looking for. See if she can get a couple points here and cut the lead.
6-9. Point.
Just long there for Jansen, and Castillo cuts the lead to 2.
Seven, 9. Side out.
The point construction there for Jansen was really beautiful. She created the opportunity, come into the net, pull her opponent off wide, making for almost an easy finisher.
She had that easy cross-court winner.
That's the one you don't want to go for too much.
Yep,
Hit it
you just
in the
want to
net.
place it.
9-7.
That's all you have to do.
Oh, come on!
Point. Game point.
And here we are at game point for Jansen.
Looks like
And-
we've lost the ball.
Lost the ball to the grandstand, so we're going to pull out a fresh new Vulcan V100 ball that's being used here at the event.
Check this out.
Both players have checked the ball. Looks like it's approved and ready to
Both
roll.
agree with it. Got a game point here for Jansen.
10-7. Hold up. I'll recall. Ten, 7.
Well constructed point. That is game one here going to Jansen in the quarterfinals.
Welcome to the Picklr, where everything's better.
Everything's better at the Picklr.
Everything's better at the Picklr.
We have Judit
Game two,
Castillo
time
playing
in.
Lea Jansen. Castillo to start game 2.
Zero, 0. Side out.
A little bit of frustration there coming
Rough
out of
start
game
for
2.
Castillo missing
Sorry.
the serve at the start of game 2.
Nothing lost at this point, but see how she recovers from
0-0.
that opening.
Great hustle
Valiant
there from
effort.
Castillo.
Valiant
I was
effort.
almost there, but Jansen was just able to keep it wide enough.
There's going to be a little bit of trouble if she did get to it. Jansen was pretty much prepared for
Ready
anything, and
for
the
it.
court was wide open.
1-0. Point.
Castillo is really playing a phenomenal game. The first game, while the score was 11-7, was very close. Lots of beautiful ground strokes.
Yeah, singles is a game of runs. It seems like there's, you know, one player might take a little
2-0.
lead, the other player will gain some ground back, and it'll just kind of keep going back and forth. Lucky shot there from Castillo, getting that net dribbler.
Getting the dribble over the Selkirk net.
0-2.
No ref. Do you see it, ref?
Ball was in.
Thank you.
Point.
There was a shot that Jansen saw out. The Castillo asked the referee, and he did overrule the call, so the ball was called in, so that is a point for Castillo.
One, two. Point.
Similar in game 2 as in game 1, we've seen Castillo go to Jansen's forehand. It seems like Jansen's having a little problem with those forehand volleys. I think Castillo's picking up on that.
2-2. Point.
That was a nice combination. I really like watching Castillo pulled Jansen over for the backhand. She got a little bit of a shorter response. That opened up the forehand, and it's tough when your opponent's having to change sides of the paddle. It just increases the air opportunity. Okay, folks, we are back. We've got a little bit of more information while we were at break on what was going on here. And that Jansen requested a new line judge. We have 2 line judges out here. We've got. Sounds
We're
like
about
you're
to find
waiting.
out.
You're not making a prediction on what's happening, but we're going to find out absolutely.
3-2.
Here we go. Castillo to serve 3-2.
Point.
Lea's down. She slipped on that shot, so let's give it a second and see how she's doing. It doesn't look particularly good at this point. The
Might be
court's
something with her ankle, potentially. She is untying that right shoe.
Castillo concerned, going over to check on with Castillo serving to Jansen.
4-2. Point.
It's going to be interesting to see if we see Jansen's, feels like her mobility is going to be limited. Her ankle is wrapped pretty tight for some added support.
Point.
A little fire out of Castillo.
Come out of this timeout, extending her lead.
I think it's super smart of her really just to come out confident, feeling good, and ready to go.
6-2.
That little break may have given her something she needed here.
Great shot from Jansen there, kind of moving Castillo to her left and then pushing it back to her right side.
We are seeing Jansen, the strategy she's used almost the whole game so far is really get in behind it. Nice deep shots, get in behind it, and then move her opponent around to open the court up. I think Castillo wanted to call it out, but it definitely caught the line, and she confirmed that.
Confirmed the call.
Side out.
Jansen sails that one long.
6-3. Point.
Phenomenal backhand winner. It was beautiful. Cross court, not a lot of room to work with there. Lea was up putting some pressure on, and she just had a great cross court angle.
Yeah, that two-handed
7-3.
backhand shot there was just gorgeous. Excellent shot there by Jansen. Judit was there to get the short drop. Jansen goes back cross court on it.
3-7. Point.
It's a good serve. That was a really good serve that Castillo just, you know, tough shot to miss at that point.
4-7.
Castillo had to guess, right? At that point, you have to guess. If you guess right, you're like feeling pretty cool. If you guess wrong, nice shot, move on.
Yep.
But you really do just have to make a choice.
Yeah, there's not much you can do there. When you pop a ball that high, you just got to guess, and hopefully you get lucky.
5-7. Side out.
Jansen, a rare missed serve, but you know, I had the opportunity to announce yesterday with Salome de Vizzy, and she talked about going on serves and singles, you go a little more risky.
I feel that as well. You want to keep that opponent back, so a lot of pros say it's not a bad thing to miss a couple long, taking that risk. It's a serve big.
Completely different strategy, really, from doubles. You want deep serves, but they don't have to be as risky. More important to be consistent.
5-7.
Great get from Castillo there. It's a little risky sometimes to hit that slice drop volley. It can bring your opponent up to the net sometimes, and generally want to keep them back, and it worked out for Castillo there.
7-5.
I've really been pretty impressed at the variety of shots Jansen's using to mix it up. She's hit some, like you said, some slice droppers. Even though it brings your opponent up, she's really keeping her on her toes. It could be deep, 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 slice dropper, wide angles, a lot of variety here.
Point.
You see Castillo taking a big, deep breath as she is trying to recoup, and at the same time we lost the ball, I think, underneath the grandstands. So we're calling for a new ball. But Gerber, what do you think? You're Castillo here, you've still got a little bit of a lead. What do you think?
Yeah, Jansen she's clawed her way back. I think Castillo just needs to stick to her game plan. Maybe potentially go back to targeting Jansen's forehand, maybe kind of moving her around a bit.
Point.
Close there for Castillo, just pushing just wide.
And again, to put so much pressure on you.
Jansen has cut this lead back. 7-7 now.
Jansen created a great opportunity. I mean, Jansen's shots are so deep. It's putting Castillo back, and then she gets a shorter, but Jansen gets a shorter response, and now she's in another 2 feet. Next thing you know, she's up putting pressure.
7-7.
There's that dipping forehand we've seen out of Castillo that's been highly effective for her today against Jansen.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough shot to read. Jansen just pushed it a little wide.
It's really a difficult shot to deal with because it's
8-7.
dipping so much over the net. You got to be
Especially
careful.
on that backhand side of Castillo, you don't know if she's going to, with that two-handed backhand, you don't know if she's going to
Side
go
out.
down that forehand line of Jansen or if she's going to go back across court, back to her backhand. So it's really hard to read.
7-8.
I'm thinking Jansen didn't want that net tipper right there. It actually set the ball up for Castillo to have some more time to make a decision on where she wanted to go with the shot.
Slow that ball down, give Castillo time to adjust and hit a good shot.
Sometimes the net tippers help you, sometimes they don't.
Side out.
It's the shot variety we're seeing out of Jansen.
Keeping
Up.
Castillo way deep and then bringing her right back up.
Castillo's got wheels too, so that's telling you how accurate and precise Jansen's shots are. Castillo can get to almost everything.
She's almost there, yeah. Every ball, she's almost there. And
7-8. Side out.
I think Lea got what she wanted out of that. She was able to get up to the kitchen line and just happened to miss that backhand volley there. But
I think we were seeing
seeing
that pattern. She was about to slice drop that and bring Castillo in and
8-7.
push her deep again. You're right, just missed it. Little taste of her own medicine
Okay,
against her.
medicine.
Castillo said, that's a brilliant plan.
Yep.
Let me try it.
Tried it. Happened
9-7.
to work
1
out.
minute.
Yeah. Castillo serving up 9-7. She missed the serve out of the timeout. You know, those, oh no, she was a come
It was
out.
a deep serve,
It was
yeah,
just a
they-
deep serve. I
Jansen
missed the
misunderstood.
return.
Sorry, guys.
Got a game point for Castillo.
So Jansen questioned the call, and it was overruled. So, you know, Castillo hit a beautiful slice shot that barely sailed over the net. Jansen saw an opening, went for it, and
Caught the back end of the line.
yep, caught the outside of the line, per the referee.
7-10.
Great hit by Castillo there.
Point.
Great point from both players that time. We had Castillo running all over. Jansen was controlled that point beautifully, pushing Castillo from side to side.
Come on, Lea. 8-10. Side out.
Just
Game
wide there
point.
from Jansen, and she told herself to not miss that wide.
There we go. We have a game point. Could be going to game 3. See how
Hey, Nate.
Castillo handles this.
Great
Side
forehand
out.
volley there from Lea. She was
was
sitting
it.
on that and ready.
That was precision,
Pace,
confidence.
power.
Yeah.
Had it all. See if Jansen can get a couple points
8-10.
back here.
Time in. 9-10.
Wow.
great point from Jansen there. I think she got exactly what she wanted. She got a short return from Castillo there, which allowed Jansen to move up to the net, and then was able to control that kitchen line and move Castillo back in. Was finally able to put the ball away. Beautiful focus shot there.
And on those points, Jansen's definitely not working nearly as hard as Castillo, who's having to go side to side. And Lea just hit some nice controlled volleys and wait till the opening presents itself.
Match point.
Definitely.
A main majority that Jansen's doing is she's able to get up there and control that kitchen line, and I think that is why she's been able to come back and control some of these points more.
It's really seeming to be the name of the game, getting up to the non-volley zone line, and she is controlling the points. Castillo really needs to get this point, needs to get the side out here.
Point game match.
Okay, that is match. You could actually see Castillo, she hit that shot. She almost gave up on it. She knew she had hit it out.